Free agency is not done yet. The Jaguars have officially signed offensive tackle Fred Johnson from the Philadelphia Eagles. And I know it's been a pretty quiet week or so, but we're not done yet. We're still building depth here in Jacksonville. By the way, my name's Paul, and I'm a Jags fan just like you. And let's break down this new addition and what it means for our Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, guys, so the Jags have signed offensive tackle Fred Johnson. Now, last week in free agency, we already brought in Chuma Edoga, Robert Hainsey, and Patrick McCarry. So very clearly, and it's very evident that General Manager James Gladstone and company are all about protecting Trevor Lawrence going into 2025, building that dish, so to speak, as Gladstone has liked to refer to it. So a little bit of info about your boy Freddie Johnson. Fred Johnson was an undrafted free agent out of the University of Florida back in 2019, and he has bounced around a few different teams. He's been with the Steelers, the Bengals, the Bucks, and most recently the Philadelphia Eagles. Now in 2024, he played a career high of 497 snaps with 6 starts for Philly. He's played both left and right tackle, and he has some experience at right guard. So he's got versatility, and I feel like that is one of the biggest reasons why the Jags have brought him in going into 2025. Now, Johnson is a pretty solid run blocker. He moves pretty well for his size, and he could be a good asset moving forward in the Jags' run game. He plays with aggression and really finishes his blocks well in the run game. However, in pass protection, it's a little bit of a different story, and I went digging through some Reddit comments and Twitter comments and just trying to see, get a pulse on this guy. And the consensus was ultimately he's got some good performances, but overall it's just not been consistent. And I don't know if that's a matter of, whether he's playing on the right or the left side or coaching or whatever. I don't really know. Just the general consensus is that his pass protection has been wildly inconsistent. So I don't really know. But one thing that I've seen over and over again in looking through Reddit and Twitter is that this guy is a locker room guy through and through. His teammates love him. The fans in Philly loved him. And I think that is super valuable in building a new culture from the ground up, like the Jags are doing with this new regime in 2025. And I think about, I go into my Gladstone brain, and I'm thinking, intangibly rich individuals that we will invite into our ecosystem, and they'll elevate our culture by being nothing more than simply themselves. Let me know what you guys think. I thought that was pretty good impersonation. But yeah, guys, ultimately the Jags O-line needs more depth, and you've heard the general manager and everything talk about the war of attrition, and as the season goes on, this room tends to get thin, and in the past, we've been very, injury prone in that room. And so I think ultimately this is a great move. You bring in a guy that has versatility at multiple positions and could ultimately be a really solid backup. And that's what it is. Don't get it twisted, guys. This isn't a big flashy move, but it's kind of an under the radar move that I appreciate. I think, ultimately we'll continue to build the line through the draft, and, this is just supplemental. Come in and compete and raise the floor, like Gladstone has said over and over again. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Do you think this is a smart move? Do you think that this is just a warm body for camp to come in and compete? You think we're going to be drafting guys? Let me know down in the comments below, and check out this video next.